Now let's work on swirls that are less swirly, but it's the same shape and the same principle. So again, this is one of those things that you can do differently. Just make a small difference and get completely different patterns. So we are starting with a swirl, but we just go a little bit, we twist a little bit in. So not the all way. So it's not like the cinnamon roll, only it's just a little bit curled in. So it's more like a curly pattern. And you go back. Then you travel a little bit. And you go back. You travel, you fill the space that you have here. We go always on the outside, so let's leave space there. And depending how far you will travel, you will control the direction where you are going. So we will now travel all the way back in because we want to go back. For example, here we have to go all the way here because that's how we control the direction. And you can see that's actually a very similar shape, but the look of the pattern is completely different. I have to go back all the way here because I have to fill the space behind. A bit smaller. There is a tiny bit space here for a small one. And we are going back. Trying to fill the corner here, so I don't have to go back. It is a pattern that demands concentration, and for people like me that are directionally challenged, yeah, you have to concentrate. But it's nice. It allows you to leave some spaces unquilted, so it's great overall pattern. Once you get the hang on it, you can move relatively fast. Around. right now here again, it is a perfect exercise to practice the spacing, controlling the density of your quilting and the direction of your quilting, and looking ahead, so we are learning how to deal with odd spaces. Like for example here again we have one, I have to go back there, I cannot just leave it like this, so I have to travel all the way back here and add one area, and then I can go out. So in a way it is a swirl pattern or a curl pattern. The difference is relatively small. It's just the way how far we are twisting in. We are moving nicely across our sandwich. Filling the space. So now I have to go a little bit more here, because here was some little space left there. I don't have to fill anything, but I have to add a little bit more on this side. So overall patterns can be very dense, but they can be also very fluffy and giving you lots of freedom in density selection. So this is definitely one of such patterns. It still has a very nice and elegant look to it. And I think it will make great on as an overall pattern on fabrics that it's very floral, a little bit retro. So right now here, if I want to go back here, I have to actually go back on the previously quilted curl and add another one. This is allowed. Same here, I can add two, and in this way I'm filling the odd space there, and also add some little bit of irregularity to the pattern, so it's not just looking like one branch. Finally, now I mastered this pattern, because as you know, you that watch my videos on a regular basis, you know that I tend to be directionally challenged. So now that was a perfect opportunity for me to practice this pattern. And it's true that if you want to learn something, you should try to explain it to someone else. So let's try. Fill this space here. So it is a nice pattern with lots of traveling. You have to learn how to adjust the size of the pattern. And overall it gives also very nice, interesting texture, and it doesn't take much attention from the actual pattern. Let's start with the swirly curly exercise. Now we are moving to pattern number